gonna sit up, or you just gonna lay right there?
I'll get up eventually.
Eventually, we are live.
You live now?
Yep, we are live now. Close that down. There.
I'm live. They can't see me.
You are live.
I'm hiding.
You hide. I don't think so.
Oh man. Look, can't see that? They can't see that. They couldn't see my hand.
Nobody doing nothing obscene.
Why not? Because I'm just telling you. That's the move I'm in right now.
Get up. Ski. All right. So what you want to talk about?
I want to talk
You
about.
gotta wait a few minutes. See if somebody join.
I want to talk about.
Excuse you.
The lack of response from giving out positive information.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Got one. Really, that is not a measure because it's not accurate when it tells you who's watching. But yeah.
Hello, people. How are y'all doing?
Make sure I'm still in the frame. All right. I'm in the frame. Good evening. Morning. Afternoon. It depends on when they're watching. Because, I have a big overseas audience. And they won't see this until in the morning. So, yeah.
Overseas.
Mm-hmm. Lots of people overseas.
You got aliens watching? You got people from outer space?
You know it. You know it. Aliens. Real people.
I am from outer space.
I know. I know.
I ain't gonna say it on here.
I can't deny it. I know.
I'm not from Earth. It says in the Bible, the gods of sun mixed with the daughters of Earth.
So you say lack of response for positivity. Do you think it's hesitation because...
Well, I mean, I feel like sometimes we live in a negative world. People so quick to respond on something, on controversy and stuff, and nobody wants to say, okay, well, if they see something they like or something, they don't say something. But instead of, okay...
Or when they see somebody doing something positive, they don't respond.
They don't respond, and that's the type of world we live in. That's just the bottom line truth.
It's like they have that, that attitude that they think that people know it all. And it's not that we know it all. It's just spreading some positive.
Right. We go through it just like anybody else. We just try to communicate and try to get through it instead of understand that, okay, ultimately, we're here to work it out. And people are so quick to say, okay, I have a problem. And
I'm just checking. Keep talking. Make sure it's public.
People are so quick to say I have a problem, and made me lose my train of thought. I said, okay, we live in a negative world. Okay, blah 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 blah. You made me lose my thought.
Sorry.
It's just that it's so quick to comment on something negative instead of somebody comment on something positive. Like I said, we go through it too. We go through our problems just like everybody else. Think about it is that we've been through enough problems that we know that in our minds there's no other option but to work it out. So when you have that option, and that's the option, that's the attitude you really should have about marriage, unless you guys are being infidelity to each other and stuff like that and beating on each other or something like that. But if you don't have to deal with those issues and you guys can talk through it and work through the issues, be able to talk about everything that is kind of disturbing you. So, but it seems like when you put something positive out, people look at it, but they don't say nothing. They don't chat on it. They don't even like it. So if you don't like it, how am I supposed to be putting it out still? If I went out there and talked about people getting killed, or I talk about I beat my wife, or something of that nature. Then
people all over.
Yeah.
Drama. Just drama.
So that's why it took me so long to come back. I almost didn't come back and do it at all, to be honest with you, because I didn't get no responses. Give me some kind of response. Even a fuck you would have been okay. Shoot, I'm just saying, give me something. Give me something to say, hey, I disagree. I don't agree.
So language.
Okay, I know. Language. I watch language. Let me write it down if I can watch it.
But I know this adult show, but still.
I'm just saying, but if
I get it. I get it.
People, what I'm saying, I'm venting my frustrations because tell me something. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with it, if you agree with it, how am I know I'm going down the right road with people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to help. And I'm like, and I'm not trying to help from a point of I know it all. I'm trying to help from a point of we need to build relationships. There's too much divorce going on in this world. It's too much separation. Why people get separated and divorced over some minute thing sometimes because they won't talk to each other. And if they talk to each other and find out, and we did too. We went through it the first time. We went through some stuff the first time. We didn't talk because she went through death. I went through death with my father, her mother, and we didn't talk. It wasn't no communication. So ultimately, the Creator put us back together, and that's what it is. But we learned from that. We're back together. We're more mature right now. But and we're trying to help people for they don't have to go through what we went through, even make it to that point. So if somebody's wanting to put the information out there, a lot of people will say, well, I don't know, or I didn't know, or nobody told me. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. And people are not going to tell you this stuff. You guys that have been here, you know, I tell you all things that other people will not and other people do not. Regardless to if you want to hear it or you like it, I put it out there and I know it's good because of the response that I get, but I'm in the same, you know, in the same regard, there's a lot of times I get no response at all. And it's like, am I wasting my time? And then if I don't put anything out, hey, where are you at? Where, you know, can you, but those that do come to me and they ask me for things, they know I always deliver.
And I'm not one trying to ask for likes or anything, but let me know something.
Yeah, it's not for the likes. I mean, my status is up there. I've been here. I earned it. I'm not pulling off anybody. I'm not collabing with anybody. I built you guys on my own, and I'm proud of that. I'm up there. Just like other people that have built on the collabs and on the, you know, this, that, and the other. I did this by myself. It's just, and it's multiple audiences. So I know you guys are watching. I know you do appreciate, but the feedback is what we're looking for. Even if it's private.
Yeah, let me know something before I can continue to go down and adjust and figure out things that you guys want me to talk about. Or problems or situations you're trying to address in your own household. I mean, if you don't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be on here. It can be private, but at the same time, we're trying to put out information. You know what I noticed? And I have a lot of African friends, and I'm not trying to say this to disrespect our white audience or nothing like that. But what I noticed about African people, the ones I've known anyway, they tend to marry their own other Africans. Now, I applaud that. People say, "Oh, that's fine," because they're marrying people that they know that came from the same struggle, and they understand where they came from or whatever like that. And we over in America, we come from the same neighborhoods or whatever, and we tend to disengage ourselves from people that went through the same stuff as ours, and we go to the point where we even talk about them, or I don't date this.
Somebody got something better than you, or they doing better, you look down on them and stuff like that. I got people hating over here, y'all. Like I said, work. You have to work hard for what you get. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Somebody I was talking to the other week, you know, we like, and we're not gonna apologize for that. We like nice things. Okay, you can like nice things. I'm not going to hate you for it. Go get it. Like my girl said, go get the bag, anime. I'm going to get the bag. If I want the bag, I'm going to get it. Don't hate me because I can get it or I can do that. You can do the same thing. What was you gonna say?
What?
No, I was saying, what were you gonna finish saying? The
No, I'm just saying how
people dislike
well
our race.
Yeah, it's mainly pertaining to black people, really, and how black guys are even. I don't believe. I don't. Oh, I shouldn't put that together. It could. It's falling off there. But
I'm out for real.
hmm?
What happened?
Alien came and took my thoughts.
All right, yeah.
There's a spaceship above our house right
Don't
now.
It's I'm not even gonna say it's easy. I don't entertain, the drama and stuff like that, but a lot of people are here for drama. They don't care about real life, anything. They're just here for drama and stuff that could actually educate you and empower you. You look at it sideways, okay? You have to, within our race, we're not good at, because we know, uh, playing the dozens and, stuff like that in light and jokes and stuff like that. That's what's fun. But in real life, that's not getting us anywhere. Okay, we need to be out here educating each other. We talk to you guys about houses and stuff like that, building and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that you need to be seeking. How to keep money in your bank, how to build the money in the bank, stuff like that.
It's okay to have fun amongst ourselves. We are people that like to entertain ourselves, but at the same time, you have to be about your business, and you gotta look at your relationship as a business too. Because what are you, the gain? You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I like what I like. I love black women. I'm not gonna apologize for that. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. But at the same time, in a sense, as a black man, I understand that we have a problem in our community, and we have to uplift each other. And we don't see enough of that going on. We always see this ratchet stuff on YouTube and
tearing each other down.
Tearing each other down. So quick, tear each other down. Look, if you guys can't settle things behind closed doors between you and your significant other, what's the point? Because the problems that you guys can have, everybody in the world does not have to hear about it. And the thing about it is that once you get to that point, you stop that.
I'm checking.
Once you get to that point, you need to just calm down, walk away for a while, then come back. But instead of saying something or doing something that you would regret, instead of saying, okay, well, fuck her, excuse my language, but I'm just fuck her or fuck him or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And look, walk away for a second.
Your spouse, significant other.
Walk away for a second, calm your head, come down, cooler's head prevail, whatever issue you guys talk about. If you guys can't settle it on a cool matter, then maybe you guys got to think about other options. But we got to stop tearing each other down. And that's really where I'm really just trying to do this thing in relationship building, is to try to build the black household.
It's tearing them down to try to control them. And a lot of you are in relationships where you are being controlled and you don't even realize it. It's to the point where you have been controlled and brainwashed. And you're in denial. Okay? I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes or anything, but again, everybody should have what should I say? Everybody is an individual. You come into a relationship as an individual. You have your own likes and dislikes, regardless to what the two of you have in common. You should have a life outside of your relationship, and if you do not, you're headed down a dangerous place. I'm going to tell you, especially if you stay home, that spouse is going out and work. That spouse has friends outside of the home, and if you're just sitting there waiting on him to entertain you, girl, bye. Get a life. Get your life.
I'm going to say something else that Oh,
You're in there. You just because it's delayed.
Oh.
See.
I'm gonna say something else that we as a people are scared of. Therapy. Fix your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Recognize your problems. Don't say I don't have a problem or I can't talk to somebody. Go to therapy if you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Address the issues that you have before you give it to somebody else. Because whatever it may be, I don't know. They don't know either. So if you have an issue, be honest with yourself and go get therapy. I had an issue with my mother. I ain't gonna lie. I did. I went to therapy in the military. I sure did. It helped the problem, but a lot of things I didn't realize till I got older.
Mm-hmm.
But still, even being able to even talk about it in the beginning, and thank God for my father, because if I didn't have my father, I'm from California, I straight would have been in the game. But I have my father. He taught me to stand on my own, to think for myself, and to be a leader. So therefore, those are qualities that I had where I could never join a gang. I had to go out there and get it the legal way because I didn't want nobody in my pockets or trying to take away my freedom.
Saying the same thing I was just talking about yesterday, day before yesterday, the therapy, and I even said it with the kids. You guys, I don't care. I mean, if that's something you have to pay for out of pocket, unfortunately, the insurance covers that. But there are a lot of resources that are free. Okay,
there is.
But even if there's not, that should be a priority. You need help, that should be a priority. Not going to the store, not going to the movies, talking to your girlfriend, none of that. That needs to be a priority. You need to have a fund for therapy. Flat out.
There's a lot of community groups that outreach. If some people that go to church, I don't, but there's churches that provide
find somebody.
Like anybody, even if it's not aligned with your belief system, you're looking at the therapy as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what you can learn from people.
Exactly. And for the kids, there are things, like I said, when I was talking the other day about the sibling rivalry, things that you see, something I really didn't point out. Hopefully, it struck. I still haven't gotten that many comments, but a lot of it, like I said, is underlying issues. And if you let your spouse come in and do the same thing I said with the journaling, he can tell you some stuff that you're doing. Okay, because you're not going to be completely honest. I had some of this stuff I knew on my own. Because I write stuff down and I keep track and I just remember stuff like that. Vlogging helps me too, but this kind of stuff that I've already, been through. But just writing the stuff down and keeping documentation, I was able to check myself, check the kids, and they could check me and say, well, you know what? I told you this, and you didn't even address it. There was no debate because they told me, and I have to be honest. I wrote it down. If I failed to write it down, then I'm in trouble because 9 times out of 10, there was more than one. Just me and that one kid in the room. I know a lot of you may write and just keep diaries. Do what did I keep I did the same thing just for my own feelings. We had disagreements among the two of us. I would write stuff down.
And another thing, she's talking about sibling rivalries. Okay, she's right. And going back to your own sibling rivalries. Now she has a younger brother, so they were separated in age. But me and my older brother, we're 2 years apart, and we clashed a lot. Not physically, but on he wanted to be the alpha male in the household, and we clashed. And he wanted to be dad, and I had a dad, so it wasn't trying to listen to him. And then we got to a certain age, I didn't feel like I needed him for anything because I didn't need him to protect me because I could protect myself. So what did I need Big Bro for? I was to me he was in the way, and we clashed. So I didn't need him telling me what to do. I love my brother. We get along good. We get along fine, but we still have our underlying issues. We don't talk as much as my younger brother because my younger brother is my Ace Poon Coon Dog, whatever. We talk about everything. But I love my older brother. We're just different people. And I recognize that, but he wants to be uh listen to me, and I'm like, you don't pay my bills, so I don't need to listen to you.
Again, those type of, the communication in your home growing up falls also into your own personal family. So how, like, again, how you were brought up and dealt with those issues, if you weren't exposed to problem solving effectively and things like that, that's going to carry over into your marriage. If your spouse was also the same and it wasn't, effective, the two of you are coming in dysfunctional. I don't care how you want to love each other and it's so perfect as that, you're dysfunctional. So that's a negative right there. And then you just trickle that dysfunction over into the kids.
Well, and I guess that's that's a good tone for the week. Problem solving. That's what we need to look at. Problem solving amongst ourselves, through our family, just problem solving. And that's think about it. And that goes back to what I said the last time. Communication is a key essential to everything, because problem solving. How are we gonna problem solve? We don't talk to each other, but at the same time, you have to put the pride away and say, well, because a lot of people say, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem.
But you can go talk to your girlfriend. You could be on the phone texting all your business. You could be in a chat. I see this all the time, and I just want to tell people so bad, get out the chat. You telling all your business, you got issues. I see it so bad, and I feel bad for their whole family. Not just their husband. They be talking about the husband, the kids, the mother, the mother-in-law, the father. And I'm like, stop putting your business in the street like that. Go write that mess down. Tell your kid, give your kids a composition book. Let them write. They can write back and forth to you. Communicate with your spouse. Give a diary. Get a composition book. Give to your spouse. Everything you want to argue about, write it in there and let him read it. Be bold. Because that will really make you think he can do the same thing. Everybody needs to have some sort of something until you guys can feel comfortable with each other talking that stuff out. Right. That's what it's going to get you to. Write it out until you feel comfortable confronting each other face to face with that information. Because there's a comfort level and you don't feel comfortable enough. That should have been addressed before all these issues came about. But these issues become disguised as something else. Oh, it's because of this is happening. Now we having all these issues. No, you didn't address those issues in the first place. They were already there. You're homeschooling, your kids arguing. No, you have more time to pay attention to those things. So now those things are bothering you. Your kids was arguing when they was born. Period.
But everybody's different personalities. We're different spirits. Nobody's the same. You can be from the same. You can be in the same household and be two different personalities. That's the way it is. You got people that was growing up in this. I have friends that have brothers that they cannot stand, and vice versa, whatever, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We put too much emphasis on that's my blood family, but in actuality, we are spiritual beings first. So whatever spirit you come from, or whoever your insides is, that's who you are. So that you have to realize that and understand, okay, well, I understand that's my brother. We're by the flesh. But if everybody's talking about I came from God or I'm from God, if you come from God, your spirit comes before your blood family. So even the word brothers mean those who think alike. So just because you got a brother in your family don't mean that you guys think alike, or a sister or whatever. But I'm just saying that that's where communication comes into play. You find out what you have in common with that person and what you don't have in common with your person. In actuality, all my brothers, we have a lot in common. But the thing is that we clash because, like I said, he wants to be the head honcho, and he ain't going to be the head honcho over me because, like I said, he don't pay my bills. He don't run my house. He don't do nothing for me as far as that's concerned. Now, I love him, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I have, and I'm not even gonna say head of household because I don't put it in a sense of I don't put it in a sense. This is my partner, so in that sense, she got her strong seats, and whatever she's strong at, I let her handle, and whatever I'm strong at, I handle. So I'm not even gonna say head of household. It's just to say my partner. So whatever I have to discuss or work with, I deal with my partner.
Something else. Something about the therapy. Therapy. You should seek the therapy as a couple. If you have to go,
too.
Yeah, as an individual,
you might have deep-seated individual issues.
Exactly, and all those things that you're writing need to be presented because therapists are trained to pick up on certain things. It's just like when kids, you guys know my kids are heavy into art. I pay attention to drawings, those things. I analyze those things. Houses and windows and, just certain things. Chimneys, if they got fire coming out or smoke coming out the chimneys, how many windows, how many doors, no windows, all flowers, trees, all that stuff means something. And when I watch my kids do those drawings, I pay attention because they really let me know things that they're not communicating outwardly. And I would think back to pictures of, I would always draw houses and how I would draw things, you can look that stuff up. You don't have to take my word for it, but it really helps to really be open enough. Take the stuff that you're writing in there. Don't just sit there and say, she's wasting my time or he's wasting my time. He can't help me. You need help and you need to be able to get effective help so that you can be effective. So you need to be upfront. Not just, standoffish.
And the reason why I say individual first, because I've had some issues within myself. Like I said, I had issues with my mother. And I realized that it affected the relationship that I had with women, period. So I had a deep-seated anger. So that was deep inside. And I didn't understand that. I realized that. So that problem had to be dealt with. And after I dealt with that, I was able to deal with issues that I had, period, with women.
Yeah, sometimes you don't understand. You don't understand. Like I say, when you see stuff, how kids react. They see stuff on TV. You might not understand where that behavior is coming from. Something they seen, your behavior, something you grew up with, you carried on into your marriage, and that's why you behave that way. That's how you react that way. Same thing with your spouse. If they don't know how to talk, if they grew up in a household and they didn't talk, they're going to bring that same attitude. They could be the nicest, the most loving, the most caring. They could, be the best provider. But if they grew up in a household where nobody talked, that's what they're going to do. And you're going to have a problem with that. You're not going to, you have to communicate just to even function.
Well, and not to cut you off, the first time that we were together, you're right, I didn't talk a lot. I get mad and I just shut down and I didn't say nothing to nobody. And that's what I did. And, I provided and I did stuff like that, but I didn't talk. But I understand right now the importance of communicating. So I try not to let things fester or whatever like that, because I did learn from a certain person. I gave information I got, and it was viable information to me about communication. Now, that person didn't communicate with me too well, but they did give me the information. That I just learned this 3-4 years ago I learned it before the 3 or 4 or 5 years, but I just started to apply it really about a couple years ago. And when me and her got back together, I made a point. I said, if this is what it is, This is where my heart leads me. This is where it's gonna be. We're not getting back together to not get to split up again. So we're definitely gonna open that lines of communication and be able to talk about everything and not let things fester, not hold no grudges, whatever. We talk about it, we get out and open, and then it's over with. And that's what it is.
Some of the worst stuff.
Might be mad for a little bit, but
Yeah, it is what it is. I say stuff now that, I was talking to somebody. I was telling you guys the other night about social. Just social media, women and stuff like that, and you get emotionally attached to situations and things, and you really shouldn't, because you have things in the home that you should be deeply, emotionally dealing with, and you don't. And this person I was talking to recognized it, because she was like, "Girl, you getting me all all worked up, and this don't have nothing to do with me." Yeah, she recognized that, and that's a good thing. Some people, they just want to sit, listening. What you got to say, on the phone. They want to hear all the this, that, and other. And I just shake my head like, okay, so what's going on in your house? If you listen so attentively and you can't, you have nothing to say. But you have to be able to recognize. You have to be able to recognize just issues and know how to.
Well, not even say no down. Just recognize and
address them without being.
Yeah.
Without
go
being.
Get help. If you don't know.
No, I'm just talking about in the home, because some things I was saying. I get stuff off my chest now. I'm grown. I'm not even gonna say almost 50, but I'm grown. I don't care what I say to him. I'm not gonna hurt his feelings. I'm not like that. If I got something to say, it's because something was bothering me.
She be trying to roast me.
And I was like, you know what? If this is bothering me, I don't want to go to sleep with this on my heart. Even if it means nothing, I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and and let it go. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not. If he tells me, well, I don't agree or whatever, I don't care. It bothered me enough, because if I don't say anything, that's gonna make it worse.
And if it's something that she had that she was right about or whatever, I'll tell you, okay, you were right. I will apologize if I did anything to offend her or whatever or whatnot. And if it's something that she doesn't like, I'll stop.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it because it's not a right or wrong. I'm not saying anything for validation or to get, right or wrong. It's just something that's bothering me. Maybe a while ago I wouldn't say so much because I'm trying to guard my heart. I'm trying to guard his heart. I don't want to get into it. Maybe I didn't have time. Maybe I was dealing with the kids. Now I'm just, I say what I got to say, and that's it.
Ain't no guarding our hearts, because we did that before, and look where it got us.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as we understand that without us, we understand, we know we got the kids. We know we got the kids. But at the end of the day, she comes before the kids to me. I come because we know that we, as a unit, we work together to make sure the kids are fine. So that's, you got to look at it like that. As long as you got that unit, you got to understand, you got to make sure your other half is working just as fine as you are. So understand that, yeah, we know we got the kids, and I'm not gonna, like the other day, she made breakfast for us, and then the other kids woke up late. Well, she went downstairs to make their plates. They were already made because I was downstairs and I put them together. So that's things like that. Like, you just got to be thinking, okay, well, she's upstairs. She's not telling me to make their plates. She don't do. She's they're made already. Yeah, because I already recognized that. I was like, okay, that's things that you do. Okay, well, like, okay, you see something on the table and it got it cleaned up. You don't, well, she come down to clean it up. I'm already cleaned it up. So that's things that you work as a unit. We got kids, so you got to. Right, and and I don't like dirty stuff, so I'm not wait. I'm not waiting on her to clean it up. I'm cleaning it myself, or I'm gonna make the kids clean it up.
So yeah, you don't have one person just because they go to work saying this is what I do, and you have to take care of everything else. That's a one-sided relationship. That's a dictator, like he said before. If you want a relationship like that, you need to go own a business. That way you can tell people what to do, because You cannot. You shouldn't want to treat your spouse that way. You don't just
and you
run
don't really
people
want
like
your employees like that because they'll quit too.
Exactly.
But another thing too. What was I gonna say? The one-sided relationship. Oh, I work harder on my off days than I'm at work days. When I go to work, shoot, I get to sleep in the truck for 3-4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to sleep in the truck at all. I mean, I'm not in the truck. I'll be at home. I'm just saying I work harder at home.
You know, that's why I talk about keeping things orderly, keeping only what you need, so you're not spending all your time cleaning up the house and all of that kind of stuff. He want to come home and spend time with me. I got to make sure the house clean. Okay, if I know, you know, we gotta you need to clean the house. He's capable of taking the kids to the grocery store with him. Let him take the kids so you can clean the house. Don't just leave everything, you know, it's on you just because he go to work. So what? I would be over there getting 5 jobs if that was my relationship. I'm just being real. I would not sit there and take nothing like that. I can go work too. You know, he worked. I had to go to work. I'm working 120 hours. I can work too.
It's easier, to be honest with you, and I'm to be real, it's easier to go to work than to run a house. And I give acknowledgement to people, the housewives, our house husbands, or whatever. It's because when I come home, I'm working too, and she knows it. I don't sit around and I don't do that. Now in the evening time, yeah, I'll sit back and pour my drink and relax. But I don't work. I deserve that. I can do whatever I want to do because I done stuff all day long.
Mm-hmm. You know, we make sure everything is cleaned up and it's not just, you know, total chaos and a mess all over the place. And I might need a break at that point, but everything is clean and functional and stuff like that. You know, it's not a mess to where I got to spend all my time just, you know, doing this and that. And we get no time, and the kids, you know, flustered and stuff like that. So I'm not spending time. You know, the picture, somebody asked about the kitchen. You saw the picture on Instagram. I showed you guys the picture. I'm not saying you have to be like that, but if you make your job harder than what it is and you have to manage all this stuff, then yeah, you're going to spend a whole lot of time. You got to have to understand that these kids have been trained. Okay, they can run the kitchen, the house, and everything else on their own. I don't really have to do that much, but oversee them. I go in there and do stuff because I like it a certain way. Okay, I go mop the floors. I like to mop the floors. That's my thing. I love to mop the floors. I don't have to. I can make them do it. But I've trained them to do it. So I make sure that everything is easy. Everything is done. He don't have to come in, maybe put something together or go get something or something like that.
Well, we've been putting together because we just we got
just stuff like that.
We got a lot of stuff to do still around here.
You don't want to, you know, the bottom line is you don't want to spend all your time being a slave to having to clean up and then let him see that's all you doing. Because if you let your husband see you just in there cleaning up all the time, he's going to expect that. I'm leave a mess, you go clean it. I'm going to cook you some food, right? You go clean it up. I clean up. Now, I clean up. Don't get me wrong.
And
I clean up as I cook. But if I decide to leave that kitchen a mess, you go clean it up. Don't look at me to clean that mess up you ate. You know, that type of thing. Some men, you cook, you clean it up. That's your job.
The way I am right now, if I come in and I look and see it dirty, like this morning when I came in, and we had got the pods from the dishwasher, I went ahead and ran a load and washed the dishes. I didn't wash them by hand, but I put them in the dishwasher. I sure did. But I'm the type of person, but our relationship is different. We've been knowing each other so much. If we see something, I'm not gonna go up and say, Tamara, clean it up. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm just gonna clean it up. That's where I'm at right now. That's where we're at.
It was dishes and stuff.
Yeah, this morning.
It wasn't in my job though, but yeah, I've been cleaning the dishes.
But like the floor, I don't like to see the floor. I'm not gonna go come up and tell her to do it. I'm gonna sweep the floor. Now my son was down there, and I made him mop the floor. Now I swept, he mopped. So.
But see, the floor was already mopped, so that's why he was saying, why I got mopped the floor, because I mopped the whole house.
Well, they had played up.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, I had already mopped the whole house because you were coming home.
Yeah, so, but they play with Play-Doh on the floor. That's why.
Yeah, I know. But people, and he knew that too. That's why he hesitated.
Yeah, it was clean, and then until they made a mess, and I don't. They're little kids, so. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. It depends on your response and how y'all respond to our chat. Let me know next time I come back. On that note, I'm signing off. She can continue on if she wishes, but the day's my off day, so peace out.
Be careful. Are you out of here?
Yep. I'm going back downstairs. What else I gotta do? I gotta move on.
You gotta finish that thing.
No, it's done. This is how the anchors.
What is that?
I got it done. We're good.
Anywho, I don't know what I have anything else to say. We'll see. I gotta check viewer response. Comment, thumbs up, whatever. I don't know. Views. I'll check the views and I'll see. I don't know. And the private messages and stuff like that, because I do check. So, but yeah, this can be done, and obviously I'm looking at no comments. This can be done live, but a recorded live. So you guys will just be viewing it just like a video. It won't be live if we decide to continue this. I know honestly myself of one other couple that does stuff kind of like this. Long time, I guess from the beginning, really. But yeah, you have to you all have to communicate. You have to communicate. I know that there's a need. I know you guys are not all about the drama. I have faith in you guys. But it is what it is. If that's all you like is drama, then good luck. Yeah, good luck. I can't. Yeah, but I will. There's a lot to be said. Honestly, there's a lot that we do have to say. We do want to talk about. We do want to share. We need to know that you all are ready. Okay? We need to know that you're ready. And we know that some of the information may not be for everybody. We're fine with that. We don't care. But we also want to consider those of you that take the time out, have been in these 2 sessions, have taken something away. We want to consider you also. So we're not starting something to stop it, but if we're not getting any response, there's no need to sit and waste time, because we can keep the information, is what we're saying. And you guys know me all the time. I don't share, even in the vlogs. Some stuff, I see so much stuff on here homeschool-wise. That's why I pulled back a lot of stuff. A lot of people look at me like, I'm like, well, go watch so-and-so channel. Let them tell you all about it. I already know. Okay? I'm not going to waste my time. My time is valuable. I have to work. I have stuff to do. And I can talk to you. Not that I don't care about you guys. I do. But I need genuine interest. On that note, you all have a blessed week. And I will see you in a vlog, in the comments sometime soon.